This is rodeo time here. You know what I mean? When you say Viva Las Vegas and they kick it off, and the NFR, I mean, you girls come in at a high rate of speed to music, in dark house, spotlights, fireworks most of the time, that type of deal.
It's the best job in the world, I'm telling you, it really is. So this is Alex Ingram, and she was chosen last year through these tryouts. So she came, sent in her video, and then was selected as one of the 3 last year, so now she's on the team this year.
And this is the pattern that the girls will be running. Each one of the girls will come in for an introduction.
Yes, each one of them will be judged. We have 3 different judges, and they'll be judged on how well they ride and hold the flag and handle the horse.
Okay, so that kind of goes into my next deal as far as what they're looking for, how they handle the horse, how they ride. Anything else as far as?
Yeah, the judges are just looking for overall presentation. You know, you have to have a presence in the arena at the national finals, so you have to be able to handle those horses like we talked about earlier. So horsemanship is a big portion of this competition.
Good job by our flag girls setting it in motion for the remainder of our 10 contestants. They will all have an opportunity here, and it's all 10 of them are coming here with the true belief and probably rightfully so that they can be regular national finals rodeo flag girls.
They're cowgirls in their own right. I mean, they were chosen out of hundreds of videos to ride here for us, so yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1, she comes to us from the great state of Texas. This is Sierra Peterson. One of the horses that the girls are riding here today is all draw. Correct? Not their horse, it's their draw. Here you go. Welcome to the rodeo.
Yes, they didn't get to warm up. They just get to get on, get their stirrups correct, and then they ride straight into the arena. So this is a true test of their horsemanship ability to be able to handle a horse that they have never ridden before.
That's got to be a little bit added intensity also with your having to share those horses with contestants or with whomever for that jump off, get your, you know, like you just get your stirrups right.
Sometimes there's not time to get the stirrups quite correct, so you just got to be able to ride basically without stirrups anyways. You know, if you need to jump on at the last minute and head into the arena, you've got to be able to stay in the middle.
It sounds fun.
It is. I'm telling you, it is the best job in the world.
I'm going to take your word for it. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Peterson, our Texas cowgirl, contestant number 1. We're going to go down to Illinois. Kelsey Klutz is going to be our contestant number 2. And so this competition is not just during the NFR. This is a year-long process from receiving the videos to judging the videos to the entire deal, and this is just the final straw for this. It's essentially, you're planning 2 years out.
Yes, sir. These girls have been preparing this for a long time. They sent their videos in months and months ago in the summer, and so they made these videos up, you know, 6 months ago, waited to see who got selected to come down to Las Vegas. So this has been a long time coming, and they're going to be here and ride for all of you today.
Now, do you have 20 girls, do you have 20 horses, or do you have a backup horse or 2?
Yes, sir. We've got a backup horse or 2. We have 20 horses, 20 girls, and then a few of the victory lap horses.
Very good. Once again, Kelsey Klutz, Illinois. Go back to the Lone Star State of Texas, Allison Kearney. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to contestant number 3 from Texas, Allison Kearney. So this also being taken into consideration once again, that every horse is different. You've got to be able to be riding something that's good and broke, and something that's got some get up and go.
I think that's part of the fun. You know, all these horses are definitely very broke, but when you get into that arena in the Thomas and Mack, and there's, you know, thousands of people screaming and lights and fireworks, a good broke horse can even come unglued.
That's where a good old horse found some years that they thought they left behind. Out of all of the years that you've been doing this, the 11 years that you've been a flag girl, is there an experience or a memory or something that stands out of all of that where like, oh wow, I almost died, or man, that was so neat. Let's never do that again, or we should do that every year.
Yes, sir. I've ridden in almost all of the positions of the flag girls, and I would have to say one of the best memories is carrying flags into the National Finals Rodeo, of course, for the very first time. But also one of my favorites is being in the first 6 girls that come in and open the National Finals every year. That's one of probably the most exciting spots because you're right into a dark house, and the energy is just unexplainable.
Do you get to rotate that position going in, or is there 6 girls and that's every night they get that job?
Yes, sir. The same 6 girls ride in that position every single night. They have that time down to the second. You know, the rodeo's timed down, so they say
They're locked in. And so how do you get them?
When we first get in for try spots, so once we get set, you know, the very first day, we'll ride those same positions every single day.
We're going to go down to Idaho. Kathy Ruby is contestant number 4. And as you said, that this is a very unique rodeo in a lot of circumstances. But like you were saying, it is time down to the T. And you've got the general production manager, executive producer of the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, Mr. Sean Davis. And he likes it.
To the second.
Yeah. You don't practice until you get it right. You practice till you can't get it wrong.
Yes, that's exactly right. When we come in with sponsor flags, you know, we are very timed down to the second. So when that gate opens, you need to be able to hit the gate at that specific time. That's why horsemanship is just so important here at the National Finals, because when that energy starts in the arena, you've got to be able to handle your horse, and no matter what, hit your mark. That's above all. That's the most important thing. Is when it's your turn, you have to hit your mark.
Look at this right here. There's something I want to point out. I watch it every year because there's always for that grand entry when they come in the horseshoe position. Is you've got 4 girls close to the corner, and this kind of goes. Good job. Round of applause once again for your Idaho cowgirl, Kathy Ruby. We're going to get to this point because I think it's something that a lot of people might not look at. But we're going to go to the Beehive State of Utah. Jessica Watkins is going to be contestant number 5. You girls are posted up there, you're holding flags and you're smiling, and all of a sudden, in comes literally a floodgate of people running at you at a high rate of speed, and you're standing there. Don't let your horse freak out, or you know what I mean, coming out of that tunnel. And every single one of those girls is standing there with a smile. But you got to admit, probably the first time that ever happens, it might not be remembered just like a blur. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's such an important spot there in the rodeo. When those cowboys come in for the grand entry, they're coming in 9-0, so they're really hauling around that arena. So your horse and you have to be rock solid, and that's part of horsemanship. Is when it's nervous and the lights and the crowd has the energy high, you have to be able to calm your body and help your horse calm down. So that's what all those 4 girls are doing in that grand entry. Is they're keeping calm so their horse stays calm and will stand there for those hundreds of guys to go by.
And on the, I mean, as much as the cowboy etiquette takes into place, is you're not very many other circumstances. You can bring the best contestants in the world, and you're bumping into every. You know, I mean, it's showtime.
Yes, sir, and that's part of the fun of this. Is we get to rub elbows with the best in the world. You know, we get to be right next to the best cowboys and cowgirls in the world.
How about a round of applause for Jessica Watkins, our Utah cowgirl? We're going to go down to Arizona. Chelsea Underwood will be our contestant. So the 3 girls that we picked here today, they've got all Flag Girl for 2018, you go to the back of the line and you start the whole thing over.
Yes, so these tryout girls, they come in and they get 3 spots every year. So the tryout girls come in and ride for that year, and then the next year we'll have 3 new girls coming in through the tryouts.
And is it beneficial to be a flag girl? Like when you said in your video, can it be a video of you carrying a flag at the National Finals Rodeo? Like maybe, yeah.
Well, it's definitely beneficial in your flag video that you send in if anyone's interested in maybe trying out, is to have some video that really shows your horsemanship skills and how you can handle a flag. If you have some footage of you carrying flags at a rodeo, that would be something really great to send in.
So Buckskin was here. He's feeling it. She's got to keep a smile on her face.
That's the kind of horses that you might draw up at the national finals.
Good job once again, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea Underwood, Arizona. Go back up to the northwest. Idaho brings us Caitlin Thornton.
What the flag girls do every year is stand out back. You know, I said we get to rub elbows with the top cowboys and cowgirls in the world. Well, when we're back there, flag girls have to be super aware of what's going on at all times during the rodeo. Contestants are here to win a lot of prize money. So if we're back there, you know, we do everything and anything we can to help them stay out of the way and be in our spot and stay very aware of what's going on, because it is a production and it's time down to the second, and there are some top cowboys and cowgirls here working for a lot of money in gold buckles.
And that's one of the interesting things too, is kind of the crucial aspect of how important it is for these girls to be horse savvy, to be good riders, to be all that, because on the money side of what we're talking about, you win, I should say, as DJ's got the video on us, is on the money side, you're talking about $26,000 a night if you win.
Yes.
And if something goes, I mean, if you're carrying a flag and something happens, you got to be aware not only what you're doing, but what everybody else is doing. And you're kind of like, all right, I'm setting the pace for this victory lap.
Yes, you have to be so rodeo savvy. You got to know what's going on at all times and what should be going on. And then if something goes awry, which it's rodeo, something will happen. You just got to be able to fill in.
We're going to go to Missouri. Amy Riley is going to be our next contestant. We are down to our final 3 contestants with introduction laps. And that's the thing, you know, I mean, you're talking about you can't prepare for the Thompson Mac, but that's a rodeo, you've got to be prepared for the, you know, for the who knows what.
For everything.
For everything. And it is guaranteed. I mean, even here in this arena, on all levels, is there's anything can go wrong, anything can go great, and there's probably going to be a good chance that both will happen at different days, different times, and no morning, no whatever. So these girls have the experience is absolutely crucial, not only for them and where they're trying to go with their careers, but for making sure that the contestants are in good hands too. And so
contestants are the #1 priority back there. They're here to rodeo. They're here to put on a show.
Yep. And so it's light and it's fun. And that's the thing, is like, this is fun. We're all here, you know, to do this, but this isn't like, you know, the Super Bowl or Major League Baseball or anything like that, where you make it, you're paid. Like, you make it now.
Now you've got to compete.
You make it. Coming around the final lap is the Missouri Cowgirl. Put your hands together for Miss Amy Riley. Over to the neighbor states of Utah, Kristen Kingsley. kind of a sample of rodeo life is, all right, awesome, now you're paying to come out, right? You got to pay your way to come out to try to earn another spot.
Yes, these girls are definitely paying their own way down here to earn a spot, but you don't know unless you try. So you know, all these 10 girls booked their flight to Vegas and have high hopes and dreams of riding in the 2017 National Finals Rodeo. There's just absolutely nothing like riding in with the sponsor flag under the bright lights in the Thomas and Mack Center. So all these girls are competing for their spot for next year, and they're all doing a fantastic job.
It's very impressive to see out of the hundreds they've got the ambition or the desire to pretend we're going to pick right here. I mean, it's the best of the best of what you got, and it's impressive. I'd have a hand for Savannah Samsel.
She's a flag girl this year, and she's going to set the pattern. So she'll stay out there in the arena, and this is a mock presentation that we do after the calf roping, where all the sponsor flags come in and set at one time. So each sponsor gets talked about, and it's really to showcase all the sponsors of the National Finals Rodeo. This is Megan Caldwell. She was also chosen here last year, so she's a flag girl with us this year.
Bringing in the great banner of Cowboy Town, Las Vegas. And finally, carrying the host PRCA Rodeo Cowboys and Cowgirls banner is Stephanie Bailey. We're going to go to contestant number 1 from Texas. It is Sierra Peterson. And she is proudly bringing in the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame banner. Kelsey Klutz, bringing in the WPRA, Professional Rodeo Association banner. All 5 of the girls out there and our 2 contestants, would you put your hands together? Sierra Peterson and Kelsey Klutz. The 2 that we're looking at. And even on that, for the spacing and the timing that you girls have to have every single day. And some things it's just, I mean, like you said, you're dealing with horses that aren't yours, that you might not have been riding, whatever. Do you switch out horses throughout the night? Or once you got a horse, that's your horse?
We do actually switch out horses.
Setting the pace. horses too. The horses are feeling it too. And this isn't in front of 17,000 screaming fans.
And
And
fireworks.
fireworks. And
Laser shows.
yeah.
But no, that's completely normal. I mean, these horses have a personality of their own. They get nervous too.
All of our cowgirls. Allison Kearney from Texas, Kathy Rudy from Idaho, Jessica Watkins from Utah, and Chelsea Underwood from Arizona. The 4 contestants. You all there. And that's kind of talking about it, but like this is such a unique deal. It's not like these are the flag girls that go to Reno Rodeo, they go to Cheyenne, they go to whatever. I mean, you're here, and this is your rodeo, and so it's like you can do the Wrangler Rodeo Arena, Miss Alex Ingram. Bringing in last night's banner of Tough Enough to Wear Pink. And our contestant from Idaho, Caitlin Thornton, the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame banner. Back for our Missouri cowgirl. This is Amy Riley, the Las Vegas banner. Coming in with the PRCA banner, Utah cowgirl, Kristen Kingsley. Contestant, bringing in the Women's Professional Rodeo Association banner, Texas cowgirl Savannah Samsel. With all the ladies lined up there once again for your final 4 contestants, please. And that is going to be wrapping up today's Flag Girl competition for the 2017 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo contestants. Best of luck to each and every one of our 10 cowgirls. Unfortunately, only 3 of them are going to be moving on. And we're going to be moving downstairs in the Cowboy Christmas side over by Rodeo Way, the Rodeo Live stage presented by Rodeo Houston. These ladies will be signing autographs in front